everybody. This is Kelly from Kellyscards.ca, and today we're going to do 2 cards from a class kit that I will be teaching. And to start off, we're going to start with this card here. This paper is from a Bo Bunny line called Camp-A-Lot, and I've just cut a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to be placed on top of this mat, which this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is standard A2 size card. We're going to layer this on top, and then in the kit you will find this piece here, and this is actually a die from the My Favorite Things Dynamics Harlequin border, and it looks like this. So I've just cut this. This is another Bo Bunny line, which the colors matched. So this is going to be placed on top. And then I've also got this wonderful image that I won from Dr. Digi House of Stamps, and this is Anglin Andy, and I've just cut this out with, again, My Favorite Things has a pierced square die. So I've cut that. And I've also cut this piece to mat it up. You can use either side. You can use this side or you can use this side. Really, either looks pretty good. So you can kind of pick which side you want. To start out, we're going to glue the image together. And we're going to mat this piece on top of here. Now you might notice on this piece of pattern paper you've got these red dots on the back, and they're not as well even. You can take like a Copic marker or any type of red burgundy marker, and you can kind of add dots along just to make it look more patterned, and that the pattern would continue. So that's a choice. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this piece onto our card mat. So I'm just going to add some adhesive down here and put this together. Let's see, we'll have this going like this. Now, to cut this off, it's a good idea to flip this over so that you have something to go, so you don't have something to go with. But if you flip it over and then you cut like this, it will easily line up with your edge here. And then you can just cut the ends off like that. So now we've got that piece on there, and then now we can mat this onto the main card base. So I'm just going to use some score tape here. You can use any adhesive. Score tape is a pretty strong adhesive. Things don't come apart with it. It's a very, very strong tape adhesive. So we'll just take the edges off. I'll just use a little runner on this edge. So now that we've got the adhesive on, we're going to just open this up so that we can center it fairly well. Like that. And now for this image, you can use some pop dots to pop it up, just to give it a little dimension. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use these pop dots from scrapbook adhesives. And usually what I do is I cut mine in half, because then you can cover quite a big area with probably the same amount. If you just use one big square there and one big square there, you might miss out there. So I kind of cut it up so that I can cover the entire piece like this. And then for the middle, I will use one of the bigger ones, just like that. So now I'm going to put this on the card, And my idea is to have a button in there, and also a sentiment. So when you place this down, kind of decide where you want your other embellishments first. Don't put it down like over here and then say I want the button over here. So kind of figure out what your layout is. I'm going to put him almost a little bit more this way, a little bit just like that, so that I can put a button here or here still, and I can put the sentiment across here. So in the kit you'll find different buttons. This is the button I have for this one, but you may have a different button in your kit. I've cut for all the kits this piece of doodlebug twine. Comes on a roll like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to weave the twine into the button like so. And what we want to do is leave a little bit of an end so that we can tie it at the back. Just like that. And we'll make a little X. You can kind of do what you want, but I just like it with the light color on the darker button, and it's going to go like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the back so it won't go anywhere, and then I'm going to just trim that there. So now we've got our button ready, and it's going to go like, I think I'll put it over here so that there's more room for the sentiment over here. Now you can put the sentiment down here if you like. You can put it here. I mean, you can basically move the layout of the card. I think I'm going to keep it just coming off of our image. And again, I'm going to use the pop dots. Just like so. So because it's going to be hanging on here, we don't need the pop dots there. We're going to need the pop dots here. This needs to go on the bottom. And there we go. So now this will just fit into like that, and I'm going to have it sticking out just a little bit. The button's going to come here just like that. Dots, or you can use a hot glue gun, which is what I suggest because it will make sure that this doesn't untie, and also it will be on there really good. Okay, so for the button I'm going to use hot glue, so I'm just going to glue it on there. And again, I like it because the knot's not going to come out. And we're going to put it right there. There, just like that. So yeah, so now that's on there. Wanted to mention about the sentiment. If you want to make your own sentiments, most people have MS Word, you can go on there and you can make any font, you can make any words. So this one says have a great day, but you could make any occasion or any saying. You could really personalize it, saying, you know, I love you, Dad, and you know, love your daughter, and put your name. You can basically do anything. So keep that in mind when you're making cards, that your sentiment, you can really customize it and personalize it even by simple things of using MS Word. I just wanted to mention that this is a great mail card. I know a lot of people struggle with what to do with a mail card. Basically by having a button, that's one of the embellishments. You're not going to overly flower a mail card. You can use buttons and gears and like these type of borders and stuff, as well as the twine. You can wrap twine around, and that's not too feminine, so that can give you some ideas on how to embellish a mail card. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I've got a couple more cards coming up, and please check that out, and check me out at www.Kellyscards.ca. I will have links for the border die, this die here, and the die used to cut the main image. And I also will have a link to this image from Dr. Digi if you're interested. So everybody have a great day, and thanks for stopping by.